Hey sis, so you've been using all the hair growth DIYs, all the hair growth products marketed to you on the market, all the hair care practices and techniques that is set to grow your hair, but you're just still not seeing the growth or an improvement in the length of your hair. Well, today I have 5 length retention hacks that is going to change the game for you. These 5 length retention hacks are very effective. However, they are not talked about and they are very much a secret. But today I will be letting this secret out to you. They will obviously no longer be a secret, but that's fine with me because I know how it feels to be doing everything and your hair just doesn't seem to be growing. So if you're curious to find out what these 5 length retention hacks are, then please keep on watching because you don't want to miss any of this secret information. Number 1, hanging Bantu knot. No, I don't see a lot of naturals doing this technique, but it is a very good technique, especially if you have a lot of breakage and tangles at your ends. Doing hanging Bantu knots and doing them properly and maintaining them the right way is a game changer. And when I say a game changer, I mean it. Some of the pros of the hanging Bantu knots are they help to maintain the health of your hair by keeping knots and tangles away. They also help to keep your ends stretched and moisturized, and they are very good if you want to get a little curl look at your ends. However, there are also cons, and that is if you don't maintain them well and if you don't do it properly. So the hanging Bantu knot is very simple to do. I prefer to do it when I'm wearing twists or braids. It's basically like doing a Bantu knot at the base of your scalp. However, you're actually going to be doing it at your ends. So this is what I call a hanging Bantu knot, guys. And when you do not maintain it properly, as in take it down from time to time, re-moisturize your ends and make sure that you're not leaving it for days or weeks like this, you will not encounter any problems. However, if you leave it like this without maintaining it, it can become a knotted mess, and when you try to take it down, it will be the most difficult thing to take down because your hair would have started to tangle simply because you allowed your hair to become dry. However, if you take it down every 2 or 3 days and just go back in, moisturize your ends and redo it, you will be just fine. You will not have any problems with this Bantu knot technique. The second length retention hack is using raw shea butter on your ends. Now, I figured this one out about 2 or 3 years ago. I just became frustrated with my ends becoming tangly and just always having single strand knots, and I tried adding raw shea butter and my ends stayed stretched and stayed moisturized, and I hardly had any problems with tangles and knots. I believe the reason why that happened is because shea butter is very thick and it's very heavy, so it keeps the ends stretched and a little bit weighed down, which is fine, and it also coats your ends, so it helps with things like splits, like knots, and help in the prevention and reduction of single strand knots. There are other things you can use in place of shea butter, like flaxseed gel, castor oil. But if you don't have castor oil or you don't have the time to always be making flaxseed gel, you can try raw shea butter, and trust me sis, it will do the trick for you. It will work. It will keep those ends from being tangly, having splits and single strand knots, and it will help you out a great deal with retaining length. Number 3 is having a routine specifically for the ends of your hair. Now, a lot of naturals focus on having a routine for their entire hair, but remember ladies that our ends are the oldest. They need more attention, they need more love, they need more product. So I think it's very essential, let me emphasize, essential to have a routine specifically for your ends. So a routine for your ends will mean going back in between your moisture days and giving your ends more product, giving it some love. If you need to take down just your ends and apply products to it and then twist it back up or braid it back up, then you need to do that to make sure that you're retaining length, because being that our ends are the oldest, they tend to dry out a lot more easier, tend to tangle and knot up a lot more easier and quicker. So you have to be on top of things when it comes onto your ends, else they'll just keep on breaking off and you'll never be able to retain length and grow your hair longer. In addition to having a routine specifically for your ends, I want to share a little secret with you Well, I'm already sharing secrets, but I didn't plan to share this specific one. However, I'm just going to let it out the bag. When you are wearing twist or braids and you're going to moisturize your hair, right? Especially if your hair has been dry for some time, like probably 3, 4, 5 days, because I know this. I know sometimes life happens and we don't get to moisturize on schedule as we would want. When you're going to moisturize, before you spritz water on your ends, apply a little bit of the shea butter first and stretch out your ends, right? Just pull on the little curly, kinky looking, I don't even know what to call these things, but they're your ends. Just put a little shea butter on it. Let me get my shea butter and show you guys what I'm talking. I think it would have been better to demonstrate in twist, but being that my hair is out, I'm just going to have to work with it the way it is right now. So what I'm actually saying, ladies, is before you spritz the water, right, take a little bit of shea butter and just stretch out your ends. Just kind of pull on your ends to make sure that the curl that has formed on them is stretched out. So when you spray the water, it doesn't become a knot or form into a knot, because that has happened to me multiple times, and I know it happens to other kinky curly hair ladies. So I know I'm not delusional. I know this is something that is real. So if you have that particular problem, just apply a little bit of shea butter, raw shea butter, or if you have a leave-in conditioner, you can apply it to the ends of your twist or braids. Not let me just say twist, because when you plait or braid your hair, you're going to twist the ends anyway, right? So just apply the shea butter or leave-in conditioner to your ends. Number 4 is the baby hair ends. Overall, whenever you are doing anything with your hair, be extra gentle, extra patient, extra careful with your ends. They are fragile, they are weak, they are old, so they will be the fastest to snap off, to break off, to become damaged. Something important I want to caution you guys about is when you are detangling. No, I see a lot of ladies when they're detangling, they detangle from the ends up, which is okay, right? But when you are coming from the roots down with the comb, right, and the shed hairs are coming out as you're detangling. I don't know if you guys see me doing this in my videos, but I always do it, right? When you reach the ends while you're detangling, do not yank the comb through your ends. Stop at the end and gently pull out the shed hairs. Do not yank them out, because sometimes you have single strand knots at your ends and the comb is a bit stuck, but then you just yank it out, rip off your ends, and it's just a disaster. Number 5, which is the last one, and I promise you I have never heard anyone talk about this before, and it is adding extensions to just your ends. Now if you go back to some of my older videos, you would see me doing this between summer to the December region of last year. I was experimenting a bit and I had quite a good result from doing this, but I'm a natural girly and I don't know why, I just prefer my natural hair. But if you're really struggling to retain length, you have done so many things, even some of these things that I've mentioned, then this one could be the one that changes things for you, and that is adding extension to your ends. So you would twist or braid your hair from the root to about the mids, and then you will just go in and add the extension and continue until you reach your ends. And then of course the extension is longer than your hair, so you will have that added amount that stretches beyond the length of your hair. But the thing about adding extension to your ends alone is, if you do it right, if you keep your hair moisturized and you maintain it well, you don't leave it in for too long, this will help you. And when I say it will help you, it will help you because what it does is it keeps your ends protected. Your ends are within the extension, so they are not out and exposed, and they don't get the chance to shrink up, to become tangly, to form knots, and to just break like they would normally do. There are 2 methods or ways that you can add the extension to your ends. You can twist your hair, and then when you reach like about here, you add the extension in the middle, or you can just twist all your hair and add the extension over the twist. I'll leave a link in the description to show you the method I tried, and you can decide which method you want to try by doing your own experiment, etc. And do remember, ladies, that your hair is always growing. However, if you're not seeing an increase in your length, that is not a hair growth problem but a length retention problem. And that is why I came and shared those 5 length retention acts with you, or acts with you guys. Please forgive me, I just can't pronounce some words to save my life, but I hope you guys got the message. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys will give me a like, will share the video, will comment down below and let me know if you've tried any of these 5 things, and if you haven't tried them yet, if you are going to try any of them out, let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I enjoyed sharing these things with you. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye.